All right, ladies, welcome to the S&P Sports Show on this February 16, 2023. I was almost said 2022. It's 2023. I'm Shawn Stewart alongside my co-host, Mr. Anthony Paulis. And it is a different type of show because there's not a lot except for like the NBA All-Star game. Not the one I'm talking about on Sunday because let's face it, nobody's not going to watch it. But how you doing, sir?
Snow. A lot of snow. Hey, let me tell you something, Shawn. Okay, weathermen and weather women have the best jobs. Okay, and I'm not talking the Mexican news channel hotties with the fat heinies, that are banging. Okay, I mean, we know they don't really know much about weather and what they're there for. And hey, I might even tune in to Telemundo sometimes. Okay, but when you say there's only going to be like 3 inches of snow and there's 12 inches of snow and you still have another 6 hours in your weather pattern, somebody done messed up. Because this morning they were like, 3 inches. Dude, I got home. Dude, I measured it. It was a foot. And it's still coming down. And it's coming to Detroit, folks. So enjoy. It'll be there tomorrow. So that's kind of my gripe today on this slow-moving Sports Thursday, an early edition of the S&P Sports Show, brought to you by crappy weathermen. Because I'm going to be right back outside handling snow.
Exactly.
Right after this. So this edition of the S&P Sports Show has been brought to you by crappy weathermen who get paid because they're wrong 70% of the time anyways. So I wish I could have their job, because if I was as wrong as they are,
now
I would not have a job. So
we're gonna both agree on that one.
So let's start the show about.
Say something on Tuesday's show.
I that's exactly where we're going. Go ahead. Don't let me steal your thunder, Shawn, because I got a lot to say on it too, with new wordage being brought out today.
So I was supposed to say it on Tuesday's show, but I was like, time runs out, so I'll say it on Thursday. Now, for those of you who have not heard, because, this is around the time where like TV contracts are going to be up. And it appears to be that the network NBC that used to do the NBA is looking to make it a return, but it's not official. So they cannot begin a negotiation with companies other than Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Disney for April of 2024, unless they opt to waive their exclusive negotiation rights. So
sure, NBA on NBC, NBA on ESPN, NBA on ESPN, NBA on TNT. Sure, it can be on all the networks. More money. Another network into the fray. Sure, why not? They can do multiple networks and get mad money. Less regional games, more national games. Sure, why not? Right, Shawn? More money in the coffers for the league. That's what that's going to be. Plus, the true return of Round Ball Rock could be coming back to NBC. I know it's on Fox for their college basketball coverage, but no offense, it's not the same. It's only the same if it's on the Peacock, NBC. That really is John Tesh's true, gain to fame. It's not that he was the host with Entertainment Tonight or that he married soap opera show superstar Susan Lucci. It's that he did Round Ball Rock and that he's a pretty damn good pianist. I don't know if you've ever seen videos of some of his concerts, but the man's actually pretty damn good, Shawn. So Go check out some of John Tesh's work, but Round Ball Rock is the NBC song, and looks like NBC is going to be involved in the fray here for negotiating rights for the NBA. So we'll see what ends up happening with that, which brings me to my other TV subject. And we talked about this on Tuesday, and then late yesterday, early this morning, Major League Baseball and the NHL decided to make some major announcements about what's going on with Bally Sports, regional networks, and Diamond Sports Group, the group that bought all the Fox Sports regional networks for $10.6 billion, way overpaid for them. Ice Cube bowed out. He was smart. Anyways, looking back at it, Cube, you probably got out of something harsh. Anyways, so now these leagues are scrambling for all the revenue because they're like, well, we're not going to get paid if they file for bankruptcy. That's a lot of lost revenue, especially for 14 teams in Major League Baseball. Most of these teams are probably of the small market variety. Right? So where are you going to get this revenue from? So they're probably going to have to go to the cable networks and broker individual deals for each team, and then probably have to air a lot of these games somehow through Major League Baseball network, or offer free streams through their streaming devices, probably free for the fans in those areas. So, and this also affects the NHL, NBA, a lot of teams in those three. And there's been talk now that, we brought this up Tuesday, but now it kind of came out there today that maybe that the Tigers and Pistons and Red Wings, I think more along the lines of the Tigers and the Pistons want to get together. I don't know if it would really benefit the Red Wings as much, because all those games kind of already are for free through the ESPN app. So I don't know if that applies as much because they need all the viewers they can get. So, the Tigers and the Pistons maybe they need to form their own Detroit sports network, kind of like how the Yes Network is for the Knicks and the Yankees and the Mets, and Nesson is for the Celtics and the Bruins, they may just need in the Red Sox, I should say, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics. Detroit is a huge sports town, and they could definitely afford to do it. And I think they could make it work at a more reasonable level than trying to charge $130 for you to stream, or whatever outrageous price Bally Sports is trying to charge you for a year. Because when they're offering that package, it says $120, but they want a full year from you because they don't want that month-to-month income. Because they know that when your team's season ends, you're dipping. You're not renewing for that following month. So they're forcing you to have to pay for an entire year for your two teams. But what about during the summer? What happens if you're not a Tiger fan, or you are a Tiger fan, but they suck, and you don't want to watch the last 3 months of another disastrous 67 and 95 season? Or you don't want to suffer through the last 45 days of this god-awful Pistons season. But I got to pay $129 for it because you guys are too damn cheap to put it on YouTube TV.
That's what their mistake is, not putting on YouTube TV. They'll put it on Fubo.
Especially with YouTube TV, okay? getting the NFL Sunday ticket, whatever, here's the thing. If Detroit Sports Network decides to do their own network, like DSN, and do that, and they can work out a deal where they put those regional games on, and they work out a deal, man, I'm all for it. Hey, if the fee, if it boosted up the cable bill $10 a month, cool. I can live with that. Okay? But not 20. That's excessive for one team. Because if you're talking 20 a month for like one team, right? Or you could say, well, you're getting two teams for $20. But you got to then you're doing the summer too. Make it reasonable, $10 a month for the network. You'll probably get some kind of deal with YouTube TV, put it on your sports package, and boom. And then you're just going to appeal to everybody in the D. And you will blow out the market on every other competitor in that big market. One of the biggest media markets in the country. You could do the same thing like this in Philadelphia, which I don't know if they have their own network or conglomerate, but you could. Philly, LA. Okay.
Dude, I know the Lakers and Dodgers have their own network. I know that.
Okay, so there you go. See, just like that. All right. Dallas, you could do this in. That would be another city that's more than big enough. You got the Stars. Okay. You got the Mavericks. You've got arena football, indoor soccer. Man, Dallas got so many teams. College, it ain't even funny. Plus the other thing with the Detroit Sports Network is you can
don't forget about Washington.
You don't forget, you also have all these colleges that are around here. Okay, you got Michigan, whatever, sports, you could probably get them to air that, let's say, aren't on the Big Ten network or, Big Ten plus. Plus you've got hockey games in the WCHA or whatever that used to be. What do you got? Western Michigan. You got Saginaw Valley State, Grand Valley State. Eastern. And you got all these colleges around. You can show the greatest games of Detroit Tigers, greatest games of the Red Wings, greatest games of the Pistons, greatest games of the Lions. 1 hour things about like the career of Barry Sanders and Kirk Gibson, Alan Trammell, Hank Greenberg, Miggy, Iserman, Gordie Howe, Stanley Cup. Man, you can fill so much programming. Detroit boxing could do a couple hours, a month. I mean, dude, you could throw some mixed martial arts on there, local, whatever, during the midnight hours, or doing something live. I mean, plenty of stuff. Plenty. So I think it needs to be looked at, especially in Detroit. Yeah, you could do morning shows locally. Just please don't do 97.1 with that clown. Okay? He's an ass clown. I'm just gonna straight out say it. Him and his crony, they are clowns. Clowns. Straight up clowns. And they disappear when Sparty loses to Michigan. They disappear.
And you can
they go ghost. They don't man up. They talk all the smack when something bad happens to Michigan. When something bad happens to their own, they go ghost. Okay? They go straight up ghost recon. You can't find them fools anywhere. So, just saying, I think it's just going to be a real interesting conundrum with what's going to end up happening with these rights. From what I'm reading is they're going to miss their interest payment. They have like a $140 million payment to make just on interest. And they're going to miss that. Okay?
Yep, I saw that article about that.
And then when it comes to the first payment that they got to pay to the teams, they're going to miss that too. So then they're going to have to like do like a reorganization, right? Where these teams then can get out of their contracts, or they can take equity in the Diamond Sports Group. So basically they become partners because then they own the equity, right? So, okay. I mean, it's not like for instance, it's not like Major League Baseball or NHL Network doesn't have the capability to show all these games. Okay. I mean, dude, you got baseball partnership already with Fox. You have Fox Sports 1, you've got Fox Sports 2. They could use all the time slot covers that they could for the summer. They can show a lot of baseball on FS1 and FS2. Okay? So, I'm not worried as much about baseball because they can figure that out, and whatever games they can show, that's what Major League Baseball Network is for, and they got internet capabilities where they can stream the games for free to you in your regional market. So I think they're fine. They'll probably give a bonus to those fans, like, here, since we can't show it to you on the TV, we have nothing worked out, we're going to show it to you for free, and we're just going to give you, as a token gift, free Major League Baseball extra innings for the rest of the season. Congrats, because we love you. The NHL, I don't think this affects as much because they show their games on ESPN Plus.
Exactly.
And they got TNT, we're almost near the playoffs. Basketball doesn't affect you as much because we're kind of getting near the playoffs. But baseball is the one it's going to affect, and all this will work itself out. But baseball is sadly stuck in this conundrum. Like I said, 14 teams. They got 14 teams here that aren't going to get paid. $140. I mean, the amounts vary on the revenue. But, so I mean, does anywhere between $6 to $14 million affect the team? Like, if you're trying to contend and maybe you need a player to make a playoff run, maybe it might affect one or two teams. But, I'm sure right now Major League Baseball is already negotiating all of these things behind the table with all these networks and Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, TNT, TBS, ESPN, because ESPN's kind of pretty solid, I'd say, on their sports coverage throughout the summer. I mean, one can only watch so many 30 for 30s, but you can always push that back and you can fill that in. Then you'd be getting Major League Baseball every night on ESPN. And Fox Sports 2. I mean, it would be a baseball, but it could, this could work out beneficial because you would just saturate the market with just so much baseball that people would just watch it. I'm not saying like it's like the WNBA trying to shove itself down the throat of people. That's different. What they tried to do, like, last year with all the websites and every time there'd be like a WNBA trade and they tried to like overhype like the game of the week. And nobody gives a damn about the WNBA. There's a difference.
Not me. I don't even watch the WNBA at all.
Okay? There is a difference. And the league says, well, we don't get the support and everything else, and the men get to fly first class, and we got to take coach, and it's not fair. Well, let me tell you something that isn't fair.
Right.
That you haven't made a damn profit in any season. That the NBA subsidizes you every season. Okay? Every season they're taking a fat loss because of you. They get you a bigger TV contract and you still lose. Then you decide to go completely woke. Okay? Yeah, that's going to really help you with businesses, wanting to spend money when you're a hardcore woke league. And most of the people that usually go to NBA games and stuff and spend big money are, no offense when I'm saying this, are of a very conservative political manner. So you really think they're going to go out and support? Then the other thing is that the WNBA does the worst damn thing. They can't even get their own kind into the game. And what do I mean by their own kind? Women.
That's much the word.
Women don't give a damn about the WNBA. It's like Bill Burr said, name me 5 WNBA teams. You care more about the Kardashians.
Name them.
I can't name the Kardashians. I'll be honest. I believe I could name 5 WNBA players. I believe I could name you 5 current WNBA teams. Okay, and I'm not looking at nothing, but I mean, if Shawn decided to put me to the test, but you know what? They don't get women to their games. They don't get women to their games. You know what? When's the last time you saw like a woman in a sports bra take off her shirt with just her sports bra around twirling it?
Never.
I don't see y'all getting hype. Oh, Seattle Storm. Let's do it. New York Liberty. Chicago Sky. Washington Mystics. Connecticut Sun. I think I just named 5, did I? You don't see those type of rowdy fans at the game. You all see them in the lower bowl, and that's that. Maybe except in Connecticut.
I've never seen those like that.
They don't get that crowd. They don't market. They need to stop being so Jamel Hillish and so damn broke. Yeah, I said it. Ugh. They're so woke
and look where
that they alienate so many possibilities for them because they are such a woke league. It ruins your business and your marketing potential. Nobody from the suburbs wants to come and check you out. Maybe it's unless they're actually like a girls' basketball team on a team trip for one game to see you. I'm not trying to hate on Title IX, even though I don't agree with it, because it forces universities to spend so much money on things that just don't make a profit. It alienates men. Equal scholarships, okay. But what women's sport really makes any profit in college? Maybe a couple women's basketball teams do, like South Carolina, LSU, Baylor, Connecticut,
like UConn or like
South Carolina, Baylor, Tennessee, Duke, Ohio State women, maybe. Okay, but that's it. None of those teams make profit for the university. I'll be honest with you, okay? I don't think there would be any women's sports on campus other than college basketball if it wasn't for Title IX. Maybe track, because you kind of need that, and that would probably get subsidized. But I'm serious. Honestly, financially, it makes no sense. Also, I would think that a lot of men's programs would get scrapped too. You know what? But I'm fine with it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine with it. Dude, if you can't make some money and bring some shine, then so be it. Oh, you're being sexist, Anthony. No, I'm being economically efficient. If you have like a sport on campus for 20 years and they're losing their ass every damn year, it ain't working. It
Right.
ain't
Change it.
working. It ain't working. It ain't working. And
The juice is
that's
the juice
Title
is not enough
IX.
to squeeze, in other words.
And yeah, exactly. The orange only has so much juice to squeeze. And does women's diving really make money? Doubt it. Swimming? Doubt it. Women's water polo? Doubt it. Women's gymnastics? Doubt it. Softball? Hell no. Women's soccer? No. Men's soccer? No. Men's lacrosse? No. I mean, men's baseball in certain programs makes money, but not a lot. Men's basketball makes money
Right.
most of the
Not a lot.
time.
Depends on what.
And men's football.
Right. Football.
Football is what makes the world go round. Because without football, man, none of it's happening. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Zip. Without football, there would be no damn sports that could be afforded at these college campuses. None.
Economic.
And then they want to cry about all the perks. But they're paying your damn bills. Without them, you wouldn't even be on campus. You'd probably be at your local college or have to get into a school academically on your own merits. Not saying that they couldn't, but most of these kids, men and women, okay, wouldn't be at the schools they're probably at. So I really think, that eventually there needs to be something done. I mean, Title IX, while it serves a benefit, has some serious flaws. And and it's the truth. Whether people want to think I'm sexist about it or a bigot on it, whatever, cool. Each your own. But the numbers don't lie financially. The numbers do not lie. They don't. Okay? Seriously. How many women's basketball teams are making money?
Not too many.
I mean, seriously, they got to be like the only sport making money. Seriously. I mean, and at a couple of schools, I'll say 15 schools, right. Tops. That means like 330 women's programs. And I'm not saying that every men's college basketball team is making money at the D1 level either, okay?
Right.
Because there are definitely schools in the Division I level that ain't making money, okay? They're just not, and they're probably in the red too. Outside of the Power Five, they're probably losing money too, or break even pointing. Like teams like in the Horizon League, for instance. Okay, I mean basketball's their lifeblood, and they're probably making some money in the end. But for those Horizon League teams, most of them, the basketball funds the rest of their athletic program. Okay? So in the end, their basketball team might make a profit, but they don't have football at their schools, right? So when you take all those other sports and then you add basketball in, they're usually in the red.
Same thing with the Big East.
When you don't have football, it hurts. That's why you see schools like Temple and Villanova trying to really get on the football. That's why you see schools like Charlotte. Now they got Division I football at Charlotte. University of Texas San Antonio. Okay? Temple is, look at Villanova. They're going to probably be D1 soon too. And they play a lot of their games at the Link. just like Temple does. So that's going to be like really interesting how that all works out in terms of like scheduling home games, is because they kind of share the same field in a way. So, and plus, if they played each other each year, that would be kind of cool too. And maybe if the alien, every other year played Penn State, that would probably in Pittsburgh, that could probably really help football in Pennsylvania. So I think that's really, football in the end is the money driver. Basketball helps, and if you don't have a really amazing football program, then you've got some serious issues in your program. You're gonna lose if you don't have football. Then you have basketball. Basketball can't cover the bills. Your athletic program is going to lose money. It's going to lose some fat money, regardless whether you want to hear it or not. It's going to lose dough. So you got to think about those things a little bit and stuff in that. So, we've been kind of going off about media rights, Title IX in this show, stuff like that. It's been kind of like a slow sports weekend. What did Tiger do today here at the Genesis Invitational?
Excuse me. He hit a birdie on the first hole. I know that.
Yeah, what did he do after? Anything? I actually saw the birdie, and then I had to walk away and then get ready for Operation Snowblow.
Let me check right now, as far as I can think of. He is, well, he's tied 78th of total one as of right now.
So what does he have? What has he got?
So they said total of 149 strokes. He's 78.
Whoa, that's not good for that course. He's like +6. Yeah, he didn't have a good day out there. I mean, the man's rusty. The man hasn't played competitive golf in a while, and I mean, dude, the key is just to get that dude ready to play decent enough to qualify to get past the first 2 days at the Masters. If you do that, the ratings for the Masters will be pretty high. If he's out of it, it doesn't matter.
Nobody's not watching it.
The ratings won't be as good. I'm sorry, but he's still the catalyst. He is still the golf catalyst. And if he can ever get that body back to normal, I mean, that's what we want. I mean, hey, 6 years ago, I mean, did you think Tiger was going to break the record?
No.
I mean, when he hit 14, right? Before he got to 15, when he was at 14, before the injuries and stuff really started to settle in, right? I mean, it looked like he was gonna get to Nicklaus, right, at 18, right? I mean, it looked like it, right? I mean, he was just on fire. And you thought, man, this dude he's gonna do it, because man, he was on such a tear. And then he had some injuries, and then a couple years kind of looked rocky. And then he won 15, right? He won another major. And you're like, oh, maybe he might be back. But then, the car accident and, everything else, and the rest is history, is, I guess, is, you like to say, sadly. So, I mean, it's sad because I mean, you take away the two major injuries he had.
Right.
I mean, and let me tell you, this snow out here, I'm actually outside right now, Shawn. This snow is no joke.
I bet
Because
it's not.
I actually had to go outside for a second. Let me tell you, I snowblowed.
It's not pretty.
You all are going to be getting some serious amount of snow. Because
Hey, I'm prepared.
serious amount of snow is coming your way.
I will be
And
prepared for that.
I really hope you are prepared because it's coming, Shawn. It's coming and it ain't going to be pretty. It's not. It's not going to be pretty at all whatsoever. So, you know, that's the major reason today, folks. Well, if you missed the early part of the show, why we're doing this at 5 o'clock today is because I've already snowblowed about a foot of snow. And
That's a lot.
this is the most fluffy white we've had all year.
Oh my
Easily.
gosh.
It came down today. Like, not good. So that's why we're doing this at 5, because I got 2 driveways I got to do. And I finished one, and then I got to do another. And then tomorrow, I'm probably just saying. Kind of just did my
Because as
part.
a matter of fact, we're under.
And then I don't
As
know
a matter
what
of
the
fact, we're
weather
under
is.
a winter weather advisory.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are under a winter weather advisory too? Wonderful.
Yes, we are. Yes, we
Tomorrow?
are. Today
Yeah, dude.
until
Oh,
further
it's
notice.
coming. Yeah, dude, Shawn, it's coming, and it's gonna come heavy. Shawn,
Hey, I'm
I'm
ready.
telling
I'm
you right
fixable.
now, if they're telling you only 4 inches, they're lying through their damn teeth. Hopefully, you don't have to shovel much or anything other than maybe getting the snow off your car, unless you
They
got a
said 3 to
garage or
5 inches,
something. They are lying through their damn teeth.
and I
You're
already
gonna
got the
get
ice.
8. Yeah, Shawn, I guarantee you will get 9 to 15 inches. Mark my word.
Oh my gosh.
9 to 15 inches, folks. 9 to 15 inches. 9 to 15. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on my cam. I want y'all to see this.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at it right
Hold
now.
on. I want y'all to see it. I want y'all to see it. That's what's going on out here. See
Oh my
that?
god.
Beautiful
Yes, I
snow
do.
coming your way. Woo! Okay, and this
That is
is,
a lot.
yeah, y'all are going to be getting a ton. So 3 to 5 inches is nothing. Nothing. So,
My
Shawn,
god.
do you have a garage?
I do have a garage. Yes, I do.
Yep. Put your cars in there.
That's what I
Get
was
your
telling my
cars in
mom.
there. You got a driveway?
Yes, we do have a driveway. Yes, we have a
Okay.
driveway.
Yeah. Oh, so you got to snow blow it.
Yeah, I gotta
Or
shovel it.
oh man, I hope it's a short driveway.
It is. It is.
Okay. You're gonna get the fluffy stuff. But here's the thing: if you leave that fluffy stuff out too long, it'll become hard and wet, and then it'll become heavier. Just an FYI. So every couple hours, if you can, shovel. But you ain't getting 3 inches. You're going to get 9 to 12 inches. Easy, maybe more. Because, yeah, this is ridiculous out here. This is, I mean, I know the Midwest hasn't gotten a lot of snow this season, but these weather people were way off on this storm here. And if they're telling y'all the same crap, so people, please, if you're in the Detroit, Michigan area and that snow is coming, just trust me. Y'all going to get hit a lot harder than 3 inches. Just trust me.
Just be prepared.
Exactly. It's not going to be a pretty sight and stuff. So, as for this weekend, Shawn, I want to get away from the dreary stuff here. We got the All-Star game.
Oh, boy.
Which, you know what? When I was a kid, I loved the skills competition. And I loved the three-point competition and the dunk contest. And the game was actually good. But now,
it's like, so what?
It doesn't matter. Honestly, you know what? It's more about commercials than anything. I don't care about the celebrity game. Nobody cares about the rookie challenge game or the celebrity thing. I don't need to see the WNBA players mix it up with the NBA players in some skills challenge. Okay? That's not going to do it for me.
Right.
Okay, entertainment-wise, that is not entertainment to me. It's not going to get me hype. Okay? The three-ball competition, the three-point competition, maybe if there's like a record round. But, dude, I can go on YouTube the next day and watch it. Or look at ESPN, watch Sports Center and watch the last round of it, and they'll show it. And they'll show the dunks from the dunk contest. They'll show the best dunk, and they'll show the final round matchup. Okay? I don't need to see every dunk and all the misses and the reactions in the crowd from Shaq and Dr. J. Just show me the dunks. I don't need to see all that. I can watch those dunks on YouTube in like a minute and be done. Find out who the winner is and call it a day. So it's lost its luster, sadly. But it's not as entertaining anymore, also just because almost every dunk known to man's kind of been done at this point. I mean, how much more further can you revolutionize the slam dunk? No offense, Dr. J or Michael Jordan or Spud Webb or
Spud Webb.
You know, or anybody like that. I mean, how much more can you revolutionize the dunk? I mean, a 720, okay, kind of been done. Jumping over 7-footers, bouncing the ball off the backboard, the side of the backboard, bouncing the ball in the air, having it hit the backboard, jumping over a car.
They just need to get rid of that for real.
I mean, am I forgetting something?
No.
2 balls.
I watched the XFL this week in college basketball this
week. My God, I almost totally forgot. It shows you just how low on the radar it is.
Right.
No offense. I mean, seriously, like, do you think this thing's gonna really succeed? No offense. It's almost like they've just thrown football at us without any real promotion. It's like You know what? You know what? You want to know what's crazy is Friday night, right? My son likes Roman Reigns, and we watched WWE SmackDown because I'm taking him to his first WWE event in a couple weeks, right? Right before WrestleMania. Anyways, right? Lo and behold, they got an advertisement for the XFL on there. Next week, the San Antonio Brahms. I'm like, is that starting already?
Right.
I'm like, damn. Like, I don't even know who the coaches are, who the teams are, other than the San Antonio Brahmas.
Because I've seen more.
They might be. I could probably guess the cities, right, and their cheesy logos to a point. Like New York's probably got a team, Orlando, some type of California, San Antonio probably an Alabama team. You know,
listed, matter of fact.
Probably a team in Portland, I'm willing to bet. Probably a team in California somewhere.
Nope.
No? Okay, I couldn't tell you.
Because I'm waiting for the USFL more than the XFL, to be quite honest with
you. Let me tell you right now, the USFL, by starting a year ahead of time, has a major advantage over the XFL. And you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. So, when the USFL started last year, right? Any player that played in the USFL last year, when they signed their contract, they had to sign it guaranteeing the USFL that the USFL had the option of matching the payment of whatever the XFL was going to pay that player. So basically, that player's pretty much tied to the USFL. So anybody who was decent in the USFL last year who's not in the NFL, okay,
all right,
is going to be in the USFL. So when it comes to the XFL, it's going to be anybody who has never signed a USFL contract or a pure rookie or just somebody that the USFL didn't want. That's what it's going to be. Okay? So all the guys that were kind of like fringe that, you know, maybe they'll make, you know, they'll probably make like a training camp roster or something. You know,
right.
That's where that's at. So the XFL is getting players even lesser than the USFL, more or less. So the XFL really had to go hardcore at like all the undrafted players last year that didn't make the USFL rosters or didn't play and go after a lot of those dudes. So the talent's no offense, I don't think it's going to be all that good. And I think you'll clearly see the difference. I don't even know who some of these coaches are for the upcoming season in the XFL.
As a matter of fact, I do have the list for it, as a matter of fact.
By all means, Shawn.
All right, here we go. Now, here's the coaches. Coaches. I just saw it. Please. Let me scroll down. XFL. All right. I know Hines Ward is coaching. I know that. Let me look at XFL. Give me a second. Because it said XFL.
So nobody with true head coaching experience.
Right. I know. All right. So here's the. All right. So here it is.
Hines Ward.
Yep. Rod Woodson of the Vegas Vipers.
Wonderful.
Exactly. All right, here we go. 2023 season. That's what I didn't put. All right, so here we go. So for the DC Defenders is Reggie Barlow. For the Orlando Guardians is Terrell Buckley. Never heard of him.
Terrell Buckley? I know who Terrell Buckley is. He was a cornerback at Florida State. He was a first-round pick, like number 5 overall in the draft by the Packers. Let me tell you something about T-Buck, okay? He compared himself to Jim Thorpe. I'm not joking. I am not joking. His first game in the NFL, okay, was like his best game of his career, okay? His first game in the NFL, he had a punt return for a touchdown, and he did like a lot of damage. I think it was like against the Bengals. This is years ago, okay?
Okay.
Like, and everybody's like, oh my God, this guy's going to be like the next Deion Sanders, right? Because he was like the first corner after Deion, and everybody thought this dude was going to be it. And dude turned into a major flop. The first game of his career was like his best game ever.
That's what I thought. Okay. So
go look him up after the show. He was actually a really good Terrell Buckley. Go look him up after the show. Very good player in college. Just didn't translate in the NFL.
That's what I thought. Okay. So the next one, the Houston Roughnecks, is Wade Phillips. Everybody should know Wade Phillips, who was the son of.
That's the only guy, only credible coach. Keep going.
Okay. For the St. Louis Battlehawks is Anthony Becht. Becht.
Who? Anthony Becht?
Yes.
Or former Jets tight end from Penn State. Okay.
Okay. For the Seattle Sea Dragons is Jim Haslett. For the San Antonio Brahmins is Hines Ward, and then for the Vegas Vipers is Rod Woodson.
Yeah, this is like celebrity coaching, trying to just get names out there.
And everybody knows ESPN is the ESPN family is broadcasting those games.
That's why they're not giving the USFL a lot of love, folks, and they won't. So, just an FYI.
Right. And ESPN
has actually put a lot of money into this.
Yes, they did.
The Rock, whatever the WWE's interest in is in this still, which I don't know what it is. Other investors, ESPN. ESPN's got a good chunk of money in this, so they're not going to give the USFL any love or coverage.
Exactly.
Because their season will still be going on, probably, right? Their season probably won't end till like May.
April 23rd. Actually, the regular season don't end until April 23rd, and the playoffs.
But then it's the playoffs. 13th. Yeah. So the first 4 weeks of the USFL season, the XFL will still be going on. You think they're going to give the USFL any love on ESPN during those first 4 weeks? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. Unless there's some major fight that comes out on the field. Okay? Something super negative against the USFL or just the greatest play ever. That is the only way you will see any USFL coverage during the first 4 to 5 weeks.
Right. And I don't think most of us here in Michigan would even care about the XFL because most of us really care about the USFL coming up.
I have to say, I don't know what the official ticket prices yet are for Ford Field for those games, but I'm interested in maybe going to one.
For real.
And seeing, from what I hear, 10 to 20 bucks. Dude, if I'm getting a lower level seat for 20 bucks, I'd probably be willing to go to one game and see what the entertainment value is like.
Right.
You
And have
know,
one night where like the people that played for the '83 Panthers or something like that. Do something
I
like
mean,
that.
I'll just straight up say it. If you want to go to a Michigan Panthers game, I would go to the first game
That's the New Jersey Generals. That's
because
the first
I
game.
think they're going to throw a whole lot of effort and money into that first game to get a huge fan experience. So those fans that attend will want to come back and talk about rave reviews. And if somehow the Panthers are making money or they're winning, you'll get the fans to go to those games. But if the Panthers are like 0-3 to start the season, after the third week, that place is going to be dead.
Right. Because you got to
So,
have a success this season.
so they bet. So the USFL in a way kind of needs those host city teams.
Like the
I think
Michigan Panthers.
Detroit has a lot of viability to be the hub in terms of attendance and getting people to go to those games. I really do.
Because
But
I
they
told
need the Panthers to win. If the Panthers don't win, people ain't going to come. But if the Panthers win, I think you're going to get people to come out to those games. I'm not saying 65,000, but I mean, you can
right.
fill the lower bowl. That's a W. Especially after what I saw now at Birmingham last year. Those stands were ghost towns.
Right. Because it was under a bubble, but now it's not anymore.
You know, I don't know about Canton if that was a wise choice to have a hub there because you don't really have a team name with Ohio roots.
Right.
You know, like Michigan. Okay, cool. You got them and you got the Generals. Okay, you know, and you got a Birmingham team. So I see a hub there. But like
Right.
Philadelphia and whatever the other, Pittsburgh, I don't
Pittsburgh
know what.
Motto.
Okay, those two teams should have been located in Pennsylvania somewhere,
Right.
not in Ohio.
That doesn't make
They
any
should have
sense.
been located in Pennsylvania for Pennsylvania fans to see.
Right.
You know, you're trying to establish some city connections here, not forcing people to go to Canton. I mean, yeah, it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's cool. But dude, that's why you have the championship game in Canton. Okay?
Exactly.
Because that's what you want. You don't want to bleed the life out of it come the championship game. Everybody in that town's already been to a USFL game. There's no reason to go to the title game.
Right.
So you just
Or maybe
ruin that. So I don't agree with the Canton choice. But
right. Because that's where Pittsburgh and New Jersey is going to play at.
or Pittsburgh and who?
New Jersey Generals, that's what they're going to play
I
at
thought New
Canton.
Jersey's with Michigan
No, that's
for their
Philadelphia. That's Philadelphia.
yeah, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh should have had a Pennsylvania location
Right. Because the only teams
for
that's
their
playing for
games.
are the Panthers and the Stars.
Yep, exactly. All right. Well,
That's
it's that time, folks.
Yep, it's times because we did start early because of the snowstorm where Anthony lives, and we're ready here in Michigan. Since y'all got it, we're ready. Of course, I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch the Weather
Shawn,
Channel.
please be safe out there. And like I said, those weather people are lying to you. You
I'm
are
gonna let
going to get hit and hit hard.
well,
Okay.
I'm prepared
I
for
know
that.
the snow hasn't been crazy this year. At least I don't think. Like we're
Right.
like at this point, we're like 35 inches below our snow level this
Oh
year.
my goodness.
We just haven't gotten snow. Okay. But
And
today, that it's a good 12 inches or
yeah,
more. They are lying.
drew their teeth. And I want to give a thoughts of prayers to the people at Turkey and Syria for the earthquake they had because I'm hearing that death tolls like 35,000 from
That's a
what I've
lot of
been.
people, man. That's
Exactly.
like the
That was a bad
Titanic
earth.
times 12.
And it was a 7.8 latitude, if I'm not mistaken. That was
Man. Yeah, Turkey's in a region with a lot of earthquakes because Turkey's like on a fault line. So
I heard that part. Yeah, someone tweeted
yeah,
about that.
that's crazy, man. 35,000 and counting. Crazy.
All right. So
All
we'll
right,
see you guys
everybody.
later.
We'll have an all-star game breakdown of how boring it was on Tuesday.
Yeah. So see you guys later on Tuesday. Thank you very much. And
Oops.
there will be a newsletter Sunday.
Peace.